You're still watching Doing Family with Bumi on African Entertainment Television. We've been discussing the topic Teenagers Misunderstood. So join me as we continue with the discussion. So, Ini, is your belief system different from those of your parents?
Maybe.
Don't be shy, share.
Yes, actually. Yes, we have, we come from, we're hardly ever able to agree on many things.
Like?
There's this one that bugs me a lot. That I really don't see what the problem is with piercings. I honestly have no problem having a piercing, but my parents say it's against it's against God's law to have piercings. There was even this one time we had a very big argument about it, and my mother quoted the Bible verse for me, but quoted half the Bible verse. The Bible verse said, do not make any drawings or piercings on your body in the name of the dead. When they are talking to me about the piercing, in the name of the dead, some way somehow grows legs and runs away. It's only do not make any piercing or drawing on your body. But in the name of the dead, but I'm not having a piercing on my body in the name of the dead. I just want bling bling on my nose.
But it might interest you to know that many things that teenagers do when they are young, in their older years, they look back and they think, I wish I hadn't. Because piercings on your body are things that will not go away.
They will. It's skin, it will heal. If I don't want the piercing anymore, I can simply just take out the piece of jewelry and it will just heal. It may just be like a small tiny dot, oh, what happened? Oh, nothing.
Okay, Isaac, what do you think about that?
Well, for piercings, I actually liked them though. But my mom said that I should not bring it to her house. So I'm a respecter of.
She was even direct.
She was direct. She was. Well, the thing was, she didn't say it like this. I'm the one that's what I understood. You know how you come by the side, the cotton wool before the injection, before the needle. Yeah, that's what she did. Oh, so I thought you're an example. Priesthood, all that. I was feeling so big. You cannot be wearing earring, and in my mind I was like, I cannot be wearing earring. Wait, then before my mind caught up and I was like, well, I already agreed. And I actually saw where she was coming from, because she gave an illustration. I was like, if you don't want it, you could let it heal.
You take it out,
but if it's something you are not sure you are going to actually
want
later in life, or later in life, why would you even do it in the first place?
Yeah, that's true. Why would you do it in the first place? But let's move on from there. Let's talk about criticism. Do you see criticism as a negative thing?
No, not at all.
The manner in which it is being...
Yes. Everything is in the manner. Someone could insult you and you would be laughing because it is seen as a joke.
Okay.
But if someone insults you and is frowning, you would frown too, because you would perceive it as a threat. But if the criticism wasn't passed off as a jibe or something to cut you down.
Did you say jibe?
Yes, jibe.
What does that mean?
Like
please?
Something to make fun of you.
Okay.
Yes. Or something to cut you down, to reduce your personality, make you feel less of yourself.
Yeah.
Then you should. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. In fact, it's necessary. Constructive criticism.
Constructive criticism.
Constructive keyword.
Constructive. All right. So many parents are in the habit of consciously or unconsciously comparing siblings, and even apart from siblings, they can also compare you with their friends' children, their colleagues' children, it can go on and on like that. What has your experience been with this?
With comparison? Well, that will also be my dad. My mom never did such. She loved us the way in her mind, we are the best children in the world.
Wow.
And so I am the best child in the world. I don't care what anybody says. But there was my dad. He was the opposite.
Okay.
Sometimes we just come up and just start comparing, and imagine telling that to like a 6-year-old that doesn't really know. All he does in his mind
the concept is absolutely
exactly.
What is it talking about?
All he does in his mind is that this man doesn't seem to like me. That's all that's in his mind.
That's what it comes across.
That's what it comes across as. That's what comparing is. And comparing is something that every human does. It's in our human nature. You would always compare that. Why do we have competitions? We are comparing people's abilities
yes,
to do
abilities,
things.
strengths,
Yes, strengths.
intellect.
Exactly.
Yes.
So it's inherent. We would always do it. But now, as a parent, should you compare?
Should you compare?
And
Nyoluwa, you have
I
something
also
to add?
think that parents, you said competition is to compare strength, intellect. Parents compare their children's weaknesses to other children's strengths, which is wrong. Why do they write an exam, a friend or something, and the friend happens to be more intelligent or better at school, so to speak, or in certain subjects than your child. Maybe your child is better than this person's child in fine arts, never in a Nigerian home. Is fine arts a subject? No, it's a hobby. The person cannot carry first in maths and you're carrying second. The first question they ask is, do you have two heads?
Does he
And
have to?
exactly, does the person
have
have
two
two heads?
heads?
And then they proceed to say, I scored first in my class. You scored first in your class when you were this age, doesn't mean that times have changed. And I think, maybe they're trying to do it to maybe, tell the child
Inspire
to
you.
sit up. But it does the exact opposite, because you're just tearing down that child's self-esteem.
Demoralizing.
You're ruining it completely. Why do you always have to? And it's even worse when it's done among siblings. I see your brother, but we're different. And then you say, oh, something, he's a boy. What does my gender have to do with this? We're totally different. That this person has, his strengths are not my strengths. Maybe my strengths may not be tangible to you, but they are my strengths. And I feel like as my parents, you're supposed to love me, strengths, weaknesses, faults,
Okay,
and
celebrate you for everything that you are.
Yes.
Okay. Isaac, you have anything to add to that?
I agree with her, but on the basis that just because they're your weaknesses doesn't mean you should accept them. Doesn't
Okay,
mean
you can
should
work
live
on
with
them.
You can work on them, and that's
Okay.
the angle parents come from.
Okay.
But they go about it wrongly.
Okay.
It's. I think the problem is a lack of empathy. They don't put themselves in the other person's shoes. How does this thing appear to this person? Am I being communicative enough?
Okay.
Mismanaged communication skills.
Okay.
Those are the core issues behind the problems of the topic.
Yeah.
And they also tend to communicate their based on how they are feeling. Maybe the child didn't do so well in this particular subject, and they just, it's explosive and
With
it's not
anger.
good.
All right, parents, I hope you're taking notes. All right, so my next question is, it's a very general one. And I say general because teenagers are always affected by what people think about them. Why is that? Ladies first. Okay, go on.
As teenagers, like we said in the beginning, we're not there yet. We're still trying to discover ourselves. We're still trying to know who exactly we are. So when this person has a perception of what that, maybe alters the image that we already have of ourselves in our head, it tends to mess with us a tad bit, because they're like, oh, if this person sees me, maybe I really am like this. Most people say you don't see yourself, other people are seeing you.
Yeah.
So maybe you tend to believe that, oh, maybe this person is actually right, this person is actually right. And maybe I think that's what, causes the confusion, so to speak.
Okay. Everybody must like me, everybody must have something
we're
nice to
trying
say
be
about me.
people pleasers, but
Okay.
life doesn't work that way.
Okay, Isaac? You
Yeah,
feel the same, or you have
No,
a contrary view?
Is it possible to have a contrary opinion on something that's right? But I think generally people have this misconception, that they can do without other people, or they can just stand out, be the lone wolves, or things like that. But anyhow you look at it, people want to be liked.
Okay.
They might not be so forward about it as other people, but they want to be liked. They want to be accepted for who they are. They want to be appreciated.
Yeah.
So as teenagers, emotions are heightened. Everything is felt as raw as it comes. So at that particular stage, you're not
stable.
You're not stable. Yes, it's up, it's down, it's to the side.
Left, right.
It's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
So So everything that people feel, we feel higher. You understand? We feel it more. So that need to be accepted is off the charts. That's
with
why
you.
yes,
With teenagers, yeah.
That's why you see teenagers rather doing things that you don't think a normal person should
Weird
do.
things.
Weird things, yes. Just
To attract likeness
exactly. To
from
attract
people.
likeness, to be accepted. Yeah. Peer pressure. That's why peer pressure is peer pressure in teenagehood. That's why it's taught in teenagehood, not as a man or as a woman, but
or
when you're
even
a
not as a
teenager.
child.
Not as a child, but as a teenager.
And this can make some teenagers go into drugs.
Yes,
Alcohol?
exactly. Yes.
Vices.
What?
Vices.
Vices. Now, before we go on a break, I want us to ask that, does it bother you when in trying to meet your needs or in trying to attend to issues that bother you, your parents go to third parties? They discuss with friends, they discuss with aunties, they discuss with uncles, people that they think or that they feel would have the necessary knowledge to help them deal with that issue that you're having. Does it upset you? If it does, why?
I think I understand where they're coming from in asking for advice from third parties. That doesn't exactly upset me because I also go to my friends for
Advice, yeah.
But what upsets me is when the third party now comes to me and says, "Your mother said, excuse me."
You feel betrayed?
Yes.
It bothers me a lot because that's breach of confidentiality. There's no privacy whatsoever, and maybe the parents have said, "Please talk to my child for me." I don't think that that is the right way to go because the way the parents will explain it to the third party may not be exactly how it is.
It could be a summary.
Exactly, and they may have another perception.
Okay.
Another thinking in their head. So maybe when they come to you, they are coming to you and you feel so attacked and everything.
But would it make you feel better if your parents said, okay, why don't you go visit my friend? She would like to see you. Will that make it feel better?
Why she want to see me?
To discuss the issue.
Why she want to discuss the issue with me? I feel like the parent should, after taking the advice, there should be, maybe the first time the approach wasn't right or something went wrong. Maybe we should be able to correct what went wrong instead of sending me to a third party or sending the third party
to you. Okay, Isaac?
Honestly, I feel that's pride. I don't know. I feel that's pride.
Wow.
She's very proud. No, because if you're at least you should even sympathize.
Maybe not pride. Maybe she just loves her own person.
Is it even loving your own person? Because
person of privacy.
Yes, our own privacy. Thank you.
What's private about it? It's not.
What's not private about it?
Is it your issue?
It is our issue.
It's an issue between her parents and her.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And her parents took their own parts.
Okay.
Too different.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I was like, my daughter is behaving like this. This is what I did. Then the friend got the whatever. Now, if she feels the way she's feeling, it's because of the way the friend addressed it. Anybody, any third party that's sensible, that has sense, that's going to address something that they were not directly involved with, will get stories from both parties. Now she's feeling that way because the person most likely didn't hear her story.
And that was why I asked that, would it feel better? Would she feel better if she was sent to that party?
Exactly. Okay, to get
Yes.
her own point
Side of the
view.
story,
Yes.
yes.
Okay, but I totally agree with that. How would you feel if, in confidentiality, you told your friend, a good friend of yours, something, and then maybe it was an issue, you were having a crisis, let's put it that way, and then you went to meet somebody for advice, and then another friend of yours after
got to know about it
and then coming to tell
started
you,
talking to you about it.
Your friend said, excuse me. My friend said what?
All right. So we've been discussing with Isaac, Mordi, and Inyoluwa Agbola on the topic teenagers misunderstood. So far, they have been able to enlighten us greatly and deeply about how the mind of a teenager works. I hope that parents, you're listening, and I hope that you're taking notes. After this segment, we'll be going on to the game show. Do stay with us. Don't go away.